Hey guys, it's Moppet here, and I'm bringing you a brand new series called Tutorial Tuesday. This may be posted out on Wednesday by accident, but nonetheless I'm recording this Tuesday, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make this loading bar like I've got here. It's really quick and easy to make, and yeah, you can put it into loads of things, website designs and things like that, but I'll just put it for my background. So obviously you're going to start off with a document size 1280 by 720, and I've got my background made, but you can have any color. And first of all, you're going to click File, New, and then from here you want to make a new document size 8 pixels by 8 pixels and click OK. And if you press Control and 0 on your keyboard, you should see it zooms in like this. What you want to do then is you want to go over here to your brush tool, unless it's hidden by the pencil, and you want to click and you want to find your pencil tool. You need to change the size to 1, so you should have a shape like this. And what you want to do is you want to place it in this corner. Oh sorry, let me just change my colors to black and white. You need to have this black, by the way, and you need to click in the top right and then hold shift and click in the bottom left like this, and it should make a pattern going like that. And all you want to do is thicken this up a little by clicking there and then clicking down here. So when you've got this done, you want to go to Edit, Define Pattern, and let's just call this Line, and click OK. You're going to be needing this later, but just explain it to you now. So you want to click X and click No. So we're back in this. First of all, first thing you want to do is go down to your tool, your shape tool, sorry, and you want to find rounded rectangle. And before you actually go and draw it out, you need to change your radius to 6, and you need to change your work layout to this one and this one. Right, now from here you just want to build a basic shape. You want to try and get it to 6 pixels, and the best way for you to do that is for you to have the information tab on the side and go and draw your shape like this, and get your marquee tool and just measure that out. That's about it. Right, now when you've created your shape like this, you just want to go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Solid Color, and I'm just going to click OK. You're going to need to make this white, and don't worry about the color because we're just going to drag your fill all the way down to 0. Now when you've done this, you want to double click your layer that you've just created, and it should bring up all your layer style options. The first one we're going to do is drop shadow, and you're going to need to change this to normal and change the color to white. You want to change the opacity to 55%, distance to 1, and the size to 0. Before we actually do that, I'm going to click OK, and the best way to so you can actually see the effects taking place is to click off of your object and do that. Right, so after you've done that, you want to go to Inner Shadow and click Inner Shadow, then change the blend mode to normal, change it to black, that's already done, change it to 20%, and then change it to 90 degrees with a distance of 1 and a size of 0. Right, now you're going to want to go to Outer Glow, and you need to change the Outer Glow's blend mode to Overlay with 40% opacity and size to be 6. Now you need to click Inner Glow, change the blend mode to normal, and opacity to 10%. Oh, and also change the color to black. And then you want to click color overlay, and I've got a code for you to type in down here, and the code is DBDAE1. That should give you a really soft grey to put in there, and there you go. Right, now as you see, it's actually started to change there. Right, then from here, what you want to do is press Ctrl J to duplicate the layer you originally made, and then select another item and then select back so you don't see your work path. You need to right click and go to clear layer style, so that should get rid of all the stuff you already had on there previously. Now you're going to double click this icon here, and this will bring up the color table, and you want to go for you want to stay in the center really of your solid color chooser, and I'm gonna pick a quite bland blue, so like that. Right, now as you can see, if this was a loading bar, it would be fully done, so you need to change that by clicking your direct selection tool here, also hotkey to A, and you want to drag and you want to just highlight the far right side, then hold shift and just press left on your keyboard and move it a bit, so about there. Right, and then when you've done that, what you're going to want to do, so I'm just checking my audio is working because it hasn't been working for the past few minutes. What you're going to want to do now is you want to Ctrl J, which will duplicate the item you're on, and this is going to be the one with all the layer styles on. So this is going to add the effect to your work. What I did forget, change your fill all the way to 0, and then double click your top icon. You want to add a drop shadow, and the drop shadow needs to be 30%. Oh, with a 90-degree angle, a distance of 1, and a size of 1. The next one is inner shadow, and this has to be blend mode overlay. The color has to be white. The angle of 90. And size 0, and your distance you can really have whatever you want, because it's got a kind of, if you see a sort of tint in the top of it to give a little highlight on the top. So I'm going to go with a 4. Next one is outer glow, and you want to put that to overlay. You're going to change it to 50%. And then change your size to 3. Right, after that you want to click inner glow, change it to color dodge, which is there, change it to 40% opacity, change the source to center, and then change your size to 6. Then after you've done inner glow, you want to head down to gradient overlay, and you need to change the blend mode to overlay like this. As you can see, it's really harsh, and you don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the gradient, and I'll give you some color codes now. And the first hash code is 80 80 80, and then the far right one, the code is BF BF BF, and that should just give you a grey tint on it. And you want to change the opacity. Excuse me. You want to change the opacity to something simple. So yeah, about there will do. And you want to change your angle to 0. Like that. So as you can see, obviously as it progresses it gets lighter. Now you want to click pattern overlay, and this is where that pattern that we made earlier comes in place. You want to click pattern, go all the way down to your bottom, and you should see your pattern you've made. And you're going to need to change your blend mode to soft light with an opacity of 50%, and then here you just fiddle with the scale until you're happy with it, and I'm happy with about 202 I am, but it may differ for you. And then afterwards you're going to go to satin, and you're going to need to change the overlay blend mode to overlay, the color to be white, the opacity to be 50%, distance 8, and size 8. That should do. And then lastly, we're just going to add a stroke, and we're going to need to change the position to inside, change the blend mode to overlay, and change the opacity down to 10. As you can see, it doesn't really make a black color, it just sort of outlines the loading bar. And then that is it. If you need to change the color, all you have to do is double click the icon in the center, and you can change it to say a green, or a red, a pink, orange, and also you can change how long it is as well. So if you get your direct selection tool again, you highlight the far right, make sure you click on your work path, you want to get that, and you want to press shift, and you want to just move it to the right, so say we'll have it about there. But you have to do it for the same, for the one above it, and you have to get it the same distance. So there we go, and there is your loading bar. So if you want to see more tutorials like this, I will be posting one every Tuesday as part of Tutorial Tuesday. So if you like this, please leave a like. A comment would be very much appreciated, and this is Moped Edits signing out. Peace.